What's up, good people? What's up? We are back with another one. Only this time we will be taking this practice drawing number one. I believe this was practice drawing number one. Yes, this was practice drawing number one. We're going to paint it today. We're going to draw it again and put it in our paint book. I don't have a better name for it. So I'm just gonna call it my paint book. But yeah, this drawing is what we did a couple of days back of reverse flash. From this simple sketch head here, we use this reference and we draw them step by step. I showed you how to do them. We're gonna put them in the book and we're gonna paint them. Okay. I'm not. I know this is what I want to do as far as how I want to lay out some painting on them. I know from my light perspective, I think I want it coming this way, so I'm not going to show too much light here, maybe a little bit around here. I'm just making it up, to be honest with you, of how I'm going to color this dude. So I'm thinking about doing it this way, and I'm not sure how I'm going to touch up his face here. So that's going to be a question on how I'm going to color his face. But this is going to be reverse flash. We're going to paint him. I'm going to sketch him again, and we're going to paint him. So let me move this practice sketch aside. And this is our. Let me see how much room I got. Room I got. So we're going to use our pencil, our number two pencil, Torianga. Number two pencil, this is the black one with the black head. The yellow one has the kind of pinkish head. They do the same regular pencils that kids are going back to school using today. But we're going to draw real soft and light, okay? So let's get his head in here first. I'm not sure how much of this you're going to be able to see. All right, so it's going to be a head. I'm trying to get my lighting together, even though when I start painting or sketching, I start out very light. Once I start putting inks down, you can see the actual drawing. But I don't know if I should zoom in to help you guys out a little bit more of what I'm doing. But yeah, I can see it. I can see that you can see it. All right, so what we're gonna do next? Try and get this boy a little straight so you can see what I'm doing. Okay? Then we're gonna put a splash of color on it. That's what we're doing tonight. I want to start streaming on Mondays and keeping a schedule for Monday, a schedule for Saturdays, at least twice a week. Do some streaming. Move up a little bit more and over some so you can see when we put this drawing down. They see me moving stuff. I'm just trying to get stuff in place because of my camera setup. Also, my lighting. Okay, now I can see the chat. You can see the drawing. I'm just moving it around so I can get it. This sketchbook in a good position. Not my book. So once I get that laid in a spot, I'm gonna tape down the section so I can make sure I have it there all the time. So I know where to put it. All right. I'm making a little cheat sheet on my little table here. Now I know where to sit it. Okay, let's finish. Now, if you've been watching my streams, you know that I use a lot of guidelines when I start. Right? So I am just putting in these lines now because I'm a little bit aware of where they need to be. And when you start drawing your characters, you'll become familiar too of where these lines should go and make it a little easier for you to draw your character, right? So now I have the underdrawing. It's very light. It's very light, so you're not going to see too much. Well, what's happening, my good people? I'm streaming Cleveland, Ohio, where are you watching this from? That's my question. That's just so I can see the chat over the screen. So now we got that out of the way. What's up, my good people? I'm streaming from Cleveland, Ohio. Where are you watching this from? Feel free to check me out on all my social media pages at Kirk underscore Pencils. YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. You can email me at pencils2017 at yahoo.com for any requests for me to draw live here, and I will put your request in my pencil set and show your name and request on stream and see what how it turns out. Okay, so we're about to paint from practice 3 weeks ago, a week ago, of when I did reverse flash. So I showed you the reference, simple head sketch, and how we're going to do them. I'm going to do them again, and then we're going to put some color on. Okay, that's what we're doing to before I go chill with wifey. Still drawing light. I'm not totally committed to none of these lines that you see me drawing right. Even though I have my pen, I'm holding my pen in the incorrect way that I taught you. So let's get his nose together before we go forward. Now, if you notice, I do not have my reference in front of me. I'm drawing straight off. uh, So if I was at an event, I would be drawing this live for requests that people may ask. So I'm putting these lines down. I may not keep all of it because, again, I am going to paint this joke, and I know that less is more. Okay, I know his ear is going to be. Well, we're not going to see his ear actually, but I'm going to draw it in here just for placement purposes for his antenna on the side of his head and to locate the jawline. Some of this I'm going to keep, and some of this I'm not going to keep. Just laying down the pencil, okay? We're just laying down the pencils. Now, reverse flash, you have see, you're not really going to see his ear, but I'm drawing it in there for purposes that I will know where to put that side of his costume in, okay? So I'm making this drawing practically my own by doing it that way. And I'm using the original artist um, design as my picture, okay? Because we're going to do a different kind of color scheme on it than what we see here. I'm gonna block out. I don't know. The chin may be a little bit too big. I'm gonna keep it like it is. Okay. So now let's move to the back of his head. We're gonna come right here by the nose to give him that real superhero look. Okay. Right off the head. It may be too high, but again, I'm still drawing like trying to get everything where it needs to be for my character. Okay. I'm gonna change that up a bit here. Okay. Let's fix his nose. Not liking that nose. Maybe I'll show it. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll see some of that. Maybe I won't. But I'm not liking it. So the reverse flash has this sort of insignia over his eye. All right. So let's get that piece around here. Around here. Okay. Get rid of that. And we're gonna put in. I guess this little thing here is what makes him reverse flash, right? I guess that's what makes them reverse flash because they both have different uh, designs to their antenna around their ear. So I guess this what makes them reverse flash. Okay, so let's go with that. Let's go with that. Now let's go back to this chin. See if we can work on this a little bit. The jawline a little bit. So I brought reference in a little bit just for a couple of critiques for myself. Okay. All right. So let's erase all of that work. Okay. Now let's put some inks down. Where are my ink pens? Uh, Ink pens, brush. Now, when you're doing watercolors, you have to make sure that you use water-based ink pens so that when you start putting your colors down, that they don't wash out all your work. Now, like I said, less is better. I'm not sure how much of this I want to eat when I say less is better. And whatever I lose, I'll try to pick back up in the paint process. There's one thing I've come to learn when you start laying colors down, some things get lost in transition. But the thing is to make sure that your ink looks just as good as your pencils. And that could be a challenge sometimes. It's gonna be reverse flash, not flash from the Justice League. And this is just going to be a splash of color. Just a splash of color. And one thing I'm finding difficult for myself is trying to do this online live and making all kind of mistakes, but making it look uh teachable to you guys. That is something I'm learning. All right, so now let's do this. Color that eye because this part really makes him reverse flash. It's the design of his scowl, of his mask. Why he wants to hide himself, I don't know. Because who's really gonna see him if he's moving fast or moving backwards fast? So we get to play in water and colors today. How about that? So I think that's gonna be it for the inks. The rest we'll do. Wait a minute. We gotta do that circle, all right, around his antenna, right? Yep, you get to watch all my mistakes, all my happy mistakes, all my great progress, all that stuff. Okay, now let's get our colors together. So obviously he's yellow, right? He's yellow. He's yellow. There's no secret in that. He is yellow. So yellow there, here. There may be too much yellow, but that's okay. I'm gonna use it. We also gonna need some red. I think I already have some red, so we'll be able to wake that red up right there. Use that red, use that yellow. I may use that white too. The skin tone. I'm gonna do the skin tone. So let's put the yellow down first. I need a red. Okay, so I'm gonna take this yellow, but I'm gonna add some of this neon color yellow to it too. Okay, so first we're gonna start with this yellow. So remember, I want to stick with scheme I had from when we did our practice drawing, right? Didn't get rid of all my pencil lines, but that's okay. So when you're using watercolors, you can get a little friendly with it and free because things sometimes doesn't lay the way you want it, but it's forgiving in some ways. So even though it looks messy, like you're painting outside of the lines and not inside the lines, you still can make a cool drawing out of it, a cool painting out of it. So some of that you're gonna see on my drawing. From Myrtle Beach. Oh, baby. I just flew from Myrtle Beach and I'm hearing there was a bird strike on the plane. Tell my wife about that. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do with him. Now, this yellow we're gonna use also for his antenna because it will make the red stand out a little bit more. It's okay that I get my lines because we want, want to have some kind of weather torn antenna on the side of his face. All right, so let's let this dry. I'm gonna work on his face. Okay, now that we got that in, let's wake up some of this red. Let's see if that's dry. Yeah, it's a little dry. And then we're gonna go to our darker colors. Okay, so let's wake up some of this red we got here. The red. What's up with my red? Let's wake this red up. Red is not bringing any life. Red is not gaining. There we go. All right. Reverse flash is coming along. So I'm not sure about the background just yet. Not sure what to do with the background of reverse flash. The last time I used this yellow, I kind of like sprayed it everywhere. So I'm trying to be a little careful with it this time. This is the neon. Let's see how fluorescent this is. Oh, that's good. Let's see how neon this is. Okay, it's blending very well. The neon is doing pretty good. I'm okay with it. It's blending very well. All right. So obviously this is going to take some time to dry before I can really pimp this out. All right. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with the background. I'm going to smoke it out, gray it out. So what I think I'm going to do is use some blue. I think I'm going to go with blue. Make it very light. Wash it out real good. And let's do it that way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wet the background. You know what? First, I really do need to do that. I think I don't want this line over here. For that I'm really gonna erase those lines off. So let's take that blue, get it as light as possible. Okay, I'm gonna wet this. Nah, I'm not sure about that one, but hey, I'm in it now. I'm in it now. Let's see if I can get some of this gray. Okay, so it's working and it's not working. This I'm really gonna have to let dry before I do anything else to it. Before I can make it pop. Okay. All right. Well, this is gonna take a little bit more than I thought it would for this splash color, because she's gonna need to dry a little bit before I do anything else to reverse flash. But we're gonna stop right here. I'm enjoying this. This was okay, and we'll come back maybe tomorrow sometime and touch it up some more and do some more to our reverse flash. That was practice number one. So we'll come back and throw some more things on her and see what it turns out to be on our final pass. Okay? So thank you for stopping, checking me out. We'll get back on this boy tomorrow and do some touch ups, some more work on it. Try to make this drawing pop. Nothing is never a failed drawing. Just have to keep going, keep going, keep going. Add a little bit, take a little bit, add a little bit. Before you know it, you have a nice finished piece. So this is our first pass. We'll call either tomorrow or Saturday our second pass. Okay, well, we're gonna leave it for here for now, and I'm gonna bounce out of here. Deuces.